this is gonna be another tough topic for your girl. Hey y'all, I know I've been a little quiet about my beauty supply store idea all year, but I'm ready to talk about everything that's been going on in 2021. So if you want to hear what I've been up to, keep watching. Hey, what's up y'all? It's your girl Sha. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, what up? My name is Chanel. If you are a returner, welcome back. I know I'm venting a lot, you guys, in my videos recently because 2021 just beat me up. So I have a lot to say, a lot has been held in, and I'm ready to share it with the world. So let's hop right into the video. So back in October of 2020, you know what, let's go even before that. So around like May or June of 2020, I posted a video of me making aloe vera oil. And I really did not expect for my Instagram to blow up with this oil. So many people were in my DMs asking me, can you make it for me? Can you send this to me? Can you make it? It sold out within like, because I was just selling it via DM. I posted it, I'm like, okay, I made like 10 bottles. If y'all want it, just tell me via DM. And those 10 bottles sold out so fast. And I'm like, okay, like I really didn't expect it to be anything like that, because it's not my dream to make products. Like that is not a goal of mine at all. But when I was selling those, because it worked so well for me, I was like, this is what I want to do. Meaning I want to try things out on myself and then teach people how to properly use them so that they can reap the benefits as well. It just turned into a whole thing. So it has always been a dream of mine to own a beauty supply store, but I didn't think it was gonna happen in 2020. I was like, okay, this is on my goal list, but it's not something that I'm gonna do right now. But once that happened and I was selling oils, I was like, okay, is this a sign for me to like kickstart that business idea? And at the time it was, but I went about it all wrong. And that is what this video is going to be about. I just really think that I announced my business idea way too quickly and thought that things were gonna happen a lot faster than they should have been happening. Like it just wasn't realistic. I didn't enter this venture with a realistic approach. Learning from my mistakes and just sharing that with everyone, because we're all human. This is my first time thinking about owning a business. Like it is not easy. I had to give myself grace and understand that this is something new. Like you've never done this before. So why do you think everything's gonna go smoothly and happen so quickly? But anyway, yeah. So I wanna update you guys on what that journey has been like since I launched that video in October. So over the summer, last 2020, so let's use dates, okay? So after the whole oil situation happened in May, June of 2020, I paused on selling the oils because I was like, I really want to open a beauty supply store. So I don't want to start doing something and not follow through with it because it's not my big goal. So over the summer, I was in Brooklyn because I wanted to open up a store in Brooklyn. I was in Brooklyn and I was like looking at rental spaces just to kind of get an idea of what was out there. And I joined this boot camp. I'm not even gonna say the name because even though some parts of it were helpful, I really do think that it was slightly deceiving because they advertised, open up your beauty supply store in 6 weeks. At first I'm like, 6 weeks, yeah, right. But that person had like a beauty supply store before and she was pretty successful in New York. So I was like, you know what, let me just see what she's talking about. And I had money saved, so I was like, you know what, let me just invest in myself and do this. So I did it. And although it was helpful, like we had weekly check-ins, there was like a cohort of people, so we were able to kind of bounce ideas off of one another. That was cool. I don't know, I don't talk to any of those people anymore, honestly. I feel like networking should have been a little bit stronger. Like the emphasis of networking should have been a little bit stronger there. But she gave us a lot of information about like the financial aspect in terms of like how to order products, what you should be looking for with customer service, like what your target audience should be, things like that. But the one thing that I feel was lacking, which is why I don't think your tagline should be open up your beauty supply store in 6 weeks, is what money? Like, we went over like the finances the first week of like how to get a loan, or how you should go about having a certain amount of money to start off with so that you have like backup money just in case you're not as lucrative in the beginning stages. So yeah, I get that, but when it came to loans, she made it seem like it was so easy to get them. And no, it's not. Like, no one, I'm a new business, no one trusted me. I went to my bank because I opened up a business checking account. I went to them, spoke to them, and they were like, you just opened up. I think I had my LLC for like 2 months or something like that. And they were like, we might be able to give you a small loan, but at the end of the day, I was hearing so many no's. It was like, no. And I'm like, okay. But I finally got one yes, and it was to open up a line of credit with the bank, which was fine because it's sort of like a credit card, and it's kind of like a loan because I have to pay it back anyway. So I was able to open up a line of credit for a certain amount, but that amount still was not enough to even dip into beauty. Like, it really wasn't. So I took a pause to like just regather myself and think about how I want to market Dipped in Beauty. And that is when I decided to go the crowdfunding route. So I opened up a crowdfunding page in October, but I spent like 2 months preparing like a video for it, which I'll link here, preparing just like merch, which I'm wearing here. And it was fun. Like, doing that was fun. I was able to work with my dad, work with my friends, and just everybody just like came in. Like, my mom was in this photo shoot, my sisters. So it was really exciting to do that during that time. But then after I opened up the crowdfunding page, I was getting donations. Like from the bottom of my heart, I truly appreciate every single person who donated. Even if you donated $5, I appreciate you 1000%. All of that money, like, I had a separate Dipped in Beauty checking account. I don't even touch it. I don't look at it. I am just like, this is being saved over here. And I personally am also adding money to it each time, as much as I could. But so that is all on the side, and I do not touch it. So everybody who donated, again, if you donated and you had that like family discount, I still have that information, and you will get a family and friends discount, just like I said, period. Like, it's coming, okay? It's coming. Don't ask me when, because we'll get there. Yeah, so I opened up the crowdfunding page, and it was cool for a few months, and then I lost myself. Like, truly lost myself in like at the end of 2020. And it's not a reason that I'm gonna really share, but it just put me in a different space, and I was like, I don't want to be in New York anymore. Like, I just don't want to stay here. I wanted to just explore, and I knew that I always wanted to go somewhere else. Like, I've wanted to move to DC since like 2018. So I knew that, but then I was like, if I'm doing the store, then I might as well just stay here. But I didn't want to eventually resent the store and be like, oh, I'm only in New York because of this. Like, it just wasn't, I wasn't happy, and I didn't feel happy doing anything related to Dipped in Beauty. So I didn't. But then around February, March, I kind of got out of my funk, a little bit of it, and I was like, you know what? Even though I don't want to stay in New York, I want to do something with Dipped in Beauty before I actually open up the store. So I started to think about like an online subscription box, which I'm not going to go into full detail with because I still want to do that with the store. But I ended up speaking to investors, and I just kept sending out emails, even though I got a lot of no's. Again, like, it's the no's that really deter you from doing anything, and I'm trying to get out of that mindset. Like, someone's no is another person's yes, and eventually I was able to get there. So I spoke to this one guy, and he decided to donate a large amount of money. I mean, large to me, large enough to do an online subscription, you know what, if we're gonna be real, we're gonna be real. He donated $10,000 to me. So I was just like, whoa, whoa. Thank you so much. Like, he was like, don't work, like, it's a donation. You don't need to pay me back. I guess that's called an angel investor. I don't know, y'all, I'm still learning. But he was like, you don't need to pay me back. I really love your idea. I think it'll be great. I know that if you don't want to start the store yet, like, I spoke to him one-on-one, like, I knew this man, and we were just talking about my ideas. Because how did I get in contact with him? So one of my sister's friends, she worked for some lady who had a fashion store in New York, and that lady, I had a Zoom call with her. She was like giving me ideas, giving me tips, giving me tricks. So she gave me that idea to reach out to people, and I'm like, where do I start? And she was like, just Google, like, you literally can find whatever. So I did that, and that's how I got in contact with that guy, and he was so nice. So again, all of that is just in that account. I don't look at it, I don't touch it, I don't do anything with it unless it relates to like the business. But that's not my money, it's Dipped in Beauty's money. So if I was to ever dip in there, it's like, you're stealing from your baby. Like, that doesn't make sense. So I was so grateful for that. So when I got that, I was like, you know what, let me look into really thinking about this online subscription box. So I joined it wasn't a boot camp this time, it was like a workshop. Was it called that? I don't know. It was from Digital Undivided. So I applied and I got in. So I was like, oh shoot, okay. So I joined that. It was like a 6-week program. And I liked that one a lot better because they were super realistic. We had a mentor. I was able to go and like have office hours with this mentor, and she was talking through her business idea and like a current business idea that she was going through. So I felt like I grew a lot more in that one, and they talked about things more realistically and saying like, pace yourself, take your time. We got to meet people with successful businesses. Like, it was just, I liked that one a lot better. So after that, that's when I moved to DC. So I moved here, and when I moved here, as you saw in my first video for this reset series, I was in a funk. Like, I literally was like, I don't even know if I want to do Dipped in Beauty anymore. But I felt embarrassed because I announced it to everyone on social media, and now it's like I need to rush and open something. No, I had to check myself, because I'm like, who are you rushing for? Like, if it doesn't happen this year, that doesn't mean it's never going to happen. So I needed to just pump the brakes and have all of that, like, not share my business. I didn't want to overshare anything because I don't know how this is going to go. And even though I know deep down in my heart I'm going to have a beauty supply store at some point, someday, I'm not saying that it's gonna happen next month. I'm not saying it's going to happen next year, but it is in my plan, and I have like, it's in my short-term goals, okay? So just, that's all I'm going to say about that. It's coming. So I've decided to just take a breather in terms of like moving super quickly. So over the summer in 2021 now, so I moved to DC in May. I decided to get a job, like a part-time job at a beauty supply store, just to learn retail. Because I had to think about it. I'm like, last time you worked in retail was when you worked at Finish Line when I was 16. Like, it just wasn't recent. So I decided to get a job at like some sort of retail beauty type store. So I applied to Ulta and Sephora, and I also applied to like a little mom and pop beauty supply store, but I ended up getting the one at Ulta, and I liked it a lot. I worked at Ulta for like 5-6 months. I ended up pausing because, and she said I can come back whenever I want to if I decide to. I ended up pausing because I felt like I learned enough in order for me to now turnkey that into my own business. So that was a good experience. I learned a lot about customer service. I learned a lot about like shrinkage and theft. Like, we experienced theft like in my face. Literally, people were stealing perfume and it was all up in my face, and I'm like, so my boss just talked me through like what the rules are, what the regulations are when it comes to theft, and I learned a lot of like strategies about retail, how to talk to people, how to sell things to people that I didn't really know. That was a really good experience because it just taught me a lot of things about myself that I wasn't aware of when it came to talking to people and when it came to being in retail. I had no idea what I was doing. I stopped Ulta and now I am in such a better space. I can actually open up my laptop and do things related to Dipped in Beauty. And I don't want y'all to think like, oh, what if you have this feeling again next year? I'm not going to. It was just all so new to me and I was rushing. I literally thought I was gonna open up my store. I launched the crowdfunding page in October and I thought I was gonna open up my store in January. Girl, bye. Like, even when I think about it and I say it out loud, I'm like, girl, bye. Goodbye. Like, why did you think that that was going to happen? I don't know why I thought that was going to happen. But anyway, instant gratification is something that I am always struggling with. Like, I need to understand that sometimes delayed gratification means that something will last longer as opposed to me having like quick fixes to things. I'm trying to fix that with everything in life. So again, it's a process and it's not instant, and I'm giving myself grace because I am in a better place mentally to really talk about what I'm experiencing and to really be honest about myself and be vulnerable too, because having a business is not easy. People on social media make it seem like get you an LLC, drop your 9-to-5, be an entrepreneur. It's like, okay, relax. Like, not everyone is built to be an entrepreneur. It's gonna take some time. Like, you have to learn it to see if it's actually for you, and you just need to there's not one set way for you to be successful at all. But yeah, at the end of the day, I learned a lot and I let my emotions lead me last year, and that is why I kind of fell off of everything. And I don't want to do that. I'm going to be more spirit-led and just like continue to pray about this goal that I have, because I feel like every single time I think about it, God is talking to me. And every single time I am working on it, I get so inspired and so happy because I feel like I'm like raising my baby. And even when I do become a mother, I'm going to have to learn how to be a parent. And what you think I'm gonna do? Give up and be like, I'm giving the baby back? Like, no. I'm going to reevaluate what I'm doing and kind of go like have different approaches to find some sort of a solution. I'm not going to completely give up, and that's how I feel about Dipped in Beauty. So sorry, sometimes I break into song. I'm super excited to kickstart Dipped in Beauty again. My Instagram page has been dormant since like February of 2021. So if you didn't unfollow me yet, I appreciate you. If you did unfollow me, totally fine. I wasn't posting anything, so it's like whatever. But when I do start to post, you can follow me again. Okay? That is my journey with Dipped in Beauty so far, and I am going to try to be as open and honest about the process as I can be without feeling like I'm sharing too much, because as much as I love sharing with people who are rooting for me, there are a ton of people out there who I know are like saying like, is she even gonna open a store, or like just talking badly about it, and I don't need that negative energy. Like, I just really don't. I'm still gonna take you guys on the journey because DC seems like a really great place to open up a beauty supply store, and I've just been looking in different areas and seeing like what certain beauty supply stores are lacking and just learning. This is a year of learning and growth. This video went a lot longer than I expected it to, and if you made it this far, you a real one. Whew. Feels good to talk about it though. Anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I had a great time chatting with you in this video, and if you're rooting for me, I love you so much. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.